to the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
Sal's NBL action. The Hawks hosting the Tuatara from Pettigrew Green Arena in Taradale in the Hawke's Bay. Round 6 continues between these two teams who are near the top of the table. Andrew Mulligan on hand with Casey Frank. Looking forward to this one, as we always are with Sal's NBL action. But this game has a lot of implications. These two teams have already played each other, and we'll talk about what happened in that game in a few moments' time. But here is the ladder, and the top 5 teams all in action in the last 24 hours. The Rams got the win over the Saints last night, Casey. But the Tuatara and the Hawks, man, this game is going to be fire.
It really is. The Hawks are coming back to the nest for the first time since the opening game of the season, a 6-game road swing. The last one, of course, a big one, and they had that huge one against the Tuatara. But have a look at what's coming up next in the round, Moles.
What a Saturday night double-header. Tell your friends, tell your family. It is live and free to air on Prime as well. Thanks for joining us on Sky Sport and wherever you're watching this, on ESPN around the world. And then tomorrow, another double-header. Can the Saints get the W? Can the Bulls hold off the Jets? Can the Airs get a win at home against the Saints, who will be smarting after a loss last night to an understrength Rams team? Let's have a look at the Tuatara starting 5. No real changes. Russo Nance and Taki Farrinson, the young guns, Rob Lowe and Chris Johnson. The Ralph Sampson and Akeem Olajuwon of the Sal's NBL. That's a stretch, I apologise. But Sider Schneider, looking for him to get his feet and his legs going with a shot as well in Sal's NBL. And their coach is Aaron Young. He was with Clifton Bush moments ago.
I'm here with the coach for the Auckland Tuatara, Aaron Young. Coach, team's been going really well, man. You got the Twin Towers, I say. What do you think going to be the keys to get the win in the Hawks' nest tonight?
I think just looking into some of the key personnel. Hiram's playing at a really good level. Daron shooting the ball at a good rate. Jordan Hunt's having a great start to his season. So, it's a good matchup for us. They present size with AG as well in the import position. So, they beat us on our home court. We're trying to return the favor tonight.
Awesome, Coach. Hey, I appreciate your time today, Coach, and good luck for the game.
Yeah, they certainly did. 75-74 in Event Finder Stadium. And that was on the 18th of May. Starting 5 for the Hawks. Tawan, AG, the import big. A dramatic shot to beat the Rams. And surrounded by Kiwis. And Mick Downer will be loving the fact that they are back on their home floor in Taradale. He is with Clifton Bush as well.
I'm here with the coach for the Hawks, Coach Mick Downer. 2 from the South Derby that you had, and you got the Tuatara coming in today. What do you think going to be the keys to get that victory in the Hawks' nest tonight?
A lot of respect for the Tuatara today. They're sitting on top of the table for a pretty good reason. I think owning the paint. They got 2 guys that MVP, kind of favourites at the moment because they've just been dominating the game. So I think the team that really establishes a presence in the paint is important. We've done a good job of that, even though we have been undersized. We've still beaten teams in the paint. And the other thing is obviously both those big shoot the ball well. So guarding the 3-point line is important for us defensively. The offensive end of the floor, I think we just need to run. I think when we first played at home, our first game, we were a bit tight. We didn't really play big basketball. So I'm looking forward to the guys just getting out and getting stops and running and free flowing.
Awesome, Coach. Hey, appreciate your time today, Coach, and good luck for the game.
Well, that game on the 18th of May, the Tuatara were held to 74 points. And you can see what they lead the league in as well. And 88 is what they average.
Yeah, they're a high-scoring team, but what's most impressive about them is what they can do defensively. Also the best in the league in points against. Also the best rebounding team in the league. You look at the Hawks, the overall cumulative stats may not rank high, but when they need to turn it on, they can find a high level of play that matches anyone. Key to this game will be the rebounds. If the Hawks can control that category, I think they can get the Tuatara in this one.
Well, the Tuatara enjoy a +10 rebound advantage against opponents. They also can hold opponents to just 26% from the 3-point line. And the Hawks come in, they're in the bottom half of three-point shooting percentage-wise for the Sal's NBL round 6. About to get underway. Ethan Rusbatch, well, he'll look to get free on that three-point line. We'll see how the Tuatara deal with him. And that game from the 18th of May was always a great reference point when these two teams get together. And Chris Johnson was 29 and 10. It had a dramatic finish. Chris McIntosh, he missed the first and then he tried to miss the second. Aaron Young told him to try and miss the second. It's incredibly hard to do, Casey, isn't it? And then he made it.
He didn't make it at the right time and made it at the wrong time, and that is why the Hawks walked out of there with a 1-point win. What really was wrong with that play was that Chris McIntosh was the one shooting at the end. We got to get it to one of the big dogs, but instead we'll see them matched up one more time and see if it comes back down to that level of execution needed down the stretch. A final possession game just a couple of weeks ago, and I got the feeling this one's going to produce some similar outcomes.
Those are your referees. The Tuatara, they had a 10-point lead at one point in that game. But that just shows the tenacity and the fight that is in this Hawks team, who have been there and thereabout in the Sal's NBL. Hiram Harris, his desire cannot be questioned. He is a pest in the paint. And sure, they have the length and the skill of Rob Lowe and Chris Johnson to the Tuatara, but Jordan Hunt and Hiram Harris, they may not be the longest, tallest, stoutest guys around, but they have a really good game between them that complements each other. And the guards always defensively sound.
And when it comes down to it, for the Hawks, it's about pace. Up and down the court, they can score in the half court, certainly, but if they can get their offense into motion before that half-court defense is going to get set up, all the better for them. And tonight against the Tuatara with the big men and Dan Fotu on the wing, that is going to be even more important. You have to score in that early transition game. You can't afford to let them set up in the half-court defensively.
And they had a real tough game against the Bulls last weekend in round 5. Dude, the Tuatara get the job done, and Tadadale will be finding out pretty shortly because we're about to get this game underway. The first of a great doubleheader. The Giants and the Nuggets are coming up after this game, and that is another spectacular matchup.
And Nelson Giants, huge win to start their doubleheader down in Invercargill. Look at the shorthanded coaching staff for the Sharks as it got knocked back by the, as you like to call it, the spicy flu.
Spicy cough got a couple of the coaching staff, Rob Beveridge and Hayden, also went down with it as well. So Andrew Wheeler stepped off the bench, well, moved up the bench, didn't he?
Moved a little further down, took the uniform off. Always tough to try and be a player coach. Probably the right decision to take off the kicks and just wear the coaching clipboard.
It'll be Johnson and AG to jump it up. Tawan AG, late arrival for the Hawks. Jack Salt is out for the remainder of the season. So AG, who is the nephew of Arthur AG from Hoop Dreams.
How about that?
If you remember that documentary, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Hoop Dreams,
well, you need to.
Seminal documentary about basketball growing up in the States.
Chicago, Illinois, baby.
Trying to find that scholarship deal as Schneider gets it underway for the Tuatara, but he misses. And that just sort of sums up Silas Schneider's short season so far in the Sal's NBL.
It certainly hasn't gone according to script, as did that layup. Excellent move, like the play call. It gave him space to drive with screening action on both corners, but he just can't get the finish.
Farrenson, oh, that's feathery from Tucky Farrenson off the inbound.
Lovely play. Look at the Hawks pushing the pace. They're going to attack all day long.
Well, this is a great matchup. AG just used the elbow to clear out Chris Johnson.
Physical, post up, down low, and really moved him.
Chris Johnson at the other end. Oh, we could be going back and forth here, and I'm looking forward to this. I hope neither of them fouls out, though.
Well, you can see possession one, AG wanted to take it straight to Chris Johnson and let him know, hey, I'm here today. It's going to be a different matchup than last time. But what he failed to realize that on the other end of the court, Chris Johnson has some skills too. Has that catch up high, and you know, big man, you can be forgiven for the first time you guard somebody 6'11", 7 foot, that they catch it up high, you think they're just going to kick it on, but that rip through straight to the rim, not something you often see.
Chris Johnson, last weekend, he seemed to be under the weather. There was a rumor that perhaps he was not 100%. He played anyway, and he was subpar by his standards, that is for sure, because he was 1 for 10. I'm sure he got a double-double, which is what his bread and butter is, 10 and 11 rebounds, but no offensive rebounds. He played 32 minutes, and that was not a Chris Johnson-like performance, that is for sure. AG gets a shot block, and surely that was going down.
Oh, the steal.
Rokawa with the steal, and they get the bucket anyway.
Well, a physical game already. What a read by Daron Rokawa after that fantastic little post interplay between the two bigs. What a pass. Chris Johnson finds Siler Schneider on the back cut, and he's able to finish that one with ease.
Skillful play already in this game. Hiram Harris driving on Farronson, kicks it out. AG thought about it. Rolling into Rob Lowe, and Jordan Hunt cleans it up.
Oh, nice drive attempt there by AG, but way to stick with it by Jordan Hunt for the finish.
Schneider off the heel. Schneider gets it back. Trading buckets. This game is up and down.
Well, nice job by Johnson to box out, but has to come back the other end. Oh, what a finish.
AG.
Back and forth, looked like a bit of contact, disregarded by AG as he gets the finish off the glass, and he is aggressive going at Chris Johnson early in this one.
Dante Russo-Nance just harassed by Daron Rokawa.
And some little extra mustard put on that hot dog after the whistle. See this little push here. Basket does not count, however.
That's a matchup to keep an eye on as well. I was just thinking, they're taking too long with the shot clock. They'd only burned about 6-7 seconds, but this is unlike the Tuatara.
8-8, 2 minutes in. This is crazy.
Schneider. Johnson up high. Hiram Harris on him. We're looking at the shorter defender, and he's like, I'll just shoot that over you. Rokawa with the rebound. It falls to Hiram Harris, who gives it back to Rokawa. Poked away by the long arms of Chris Johnson. It will stay with Hawke's Bay.
Yeah, Russo-Nance got a hand in there first on the transition defense, and the Hawks, man, they are pushing the pace.
Ruspatch off the catch.
Just really good execution off the baseline out of bounds. Have to trail that screener when he's that good a shooter to a better degree than that.
Here's Rob Lowe. Ruspatch having a good season, 19 points, 8 boards for Ethan Ruspatch. He's even got almost 2 assists a game.
He's rebounding so well this year, and especially early in the season, no Jack Salt before they had Hiram Harris. It's so impressive that he adjusted his game and was able to really help out in that aspect of it. It hasn't gone away with the return of the big fellas, but it's just really increased their ability to be a solid defensive unit with that possession game.
It's only shooting 29% from deep, which is very unlike Ethan Ruspatch, as AG can't get that roll.
Chris Johnson didn't even leave the charge circle on that one. No respect for that jump shot.
Yeah, AG hasn't made a three-pointer yet.
Oh, a little contact down low, but Taki Farronson let that loose before there was a real lane for him.
Ruspatch with a look away to Rokawa. Russo-Nance got a hand to it. There is Russo-Nance. Dante Russo-Nance, big future for him. Still at school.
He's killing the schoolboys. Dropping 40 on the reg down there.
That is not fair. That really is a tough matchup if you're 17 years old. And Dante Russo-Nance comes into your gym. And Ethan Ruspatch on the drive with the left.
Love the aggression of the Hawks early. They are not taking anything for granted.
Farronson, that is a nice looking release, but it did not drop. Hawke's Bay with a 4-point lead, with the league leading Tuatara. Beating them once already. Ruspatch for 3.
You mentioned league leading Tuatara, but this is Hawke's Bay's game. This is their pace, and right now the Tuatara are getting sucked into that game. They are not playing their half-court grinded out. They're getting caught up in the race.
Great work from Jordan Hunt to keep another possession alive. A block by Johnson. Now a rebound.
He's everywhere.
He is. Here's Schneider waiting for the big man, and Johnson steps into a 3. He shot that down, I'm sure of it, into the net.
How about that possession on one end? The block shot comes out of his range to get the rebound out of his cylinder. Then the trailing three on the other end. He is the stat stuffer in the competition.
AG going at Chris Johnson, lays it up and in.
A little bit of a miscommunication off that big-to-big semi-screening action. Good recognition by AG to get the finish.
Rob Lowe for three. Haven't seen a lot of Rob Lowe in the first 5 minutes. AG with the rebound though.
Hawks continue to push, and they have to like this. Going exactly to script is what they had written out.
Chris Johnson does not respect the AG three, and Chris Johnson does not respect that layup.
Oh, what a save!
Oh my goodness!
Oh no, that's the wrong call.
You can't see
That's
that.
such a bad call. Unless they're saying Chris Johnson was out of bounds before he touched it, because he, from the ground up, certainly saved that and knocked it off AG, but not much of an argument from him, so he's a much nicer man than I would be.
Still a heads-up play to try that. Hawks, Orokawa. Three ball is good. Daron Orokawa shooting the lights out this season, 44% from deep. He connects on that one, Schneider to Johnson. Here's Russo Nance, tough defense from Orokawa, but what a vet move from the kid.
Russo Nance taking it right back to Daron Orokawa, not intimidated in the slightest.
Quinn Bailey misses the three. Rob Lowe with a board.
Looking for some guard help. Oh, nice. A little bit of mustard put in there.
Trailer three from Lowe.
Got a couple looks, but it has not gone his way just yet.
Who is it? It's Bailey with the rebound.
Way to stick with it. The ball really bouncing around the perimeter.
Schneider has it. Jared Kenny's in the game. He's about to pick up Schneider. Got a hand to it. Schneider puts it up and in.
Oh, a nice aggressive move. Nobody actually stopped the ball, so he didn't have to dish it off. Gets the finish.
Rusbatch, contact to the line to shoot two. And this is the beauty of the Hawks. They got people to come off the bench, and it is a short bench for Jack Exeter comes into the game for the Hawks for the Tuatara.
Jared Kenny checked in a moment ago, but yeah, certainly not as many reserves to call on for the Tuatara there. Very dependent, in particular, upon their bigs, but we still have not seen Dan Fotu. I expect him, as we see him with the warm-up shirt off, looking about to check in now. Really like what the Hawks have done so far in this one with their aggression, keeping that ball, putting it out. I feel like they've been the better up to this point, but guess what? They're still only up two. Tuatara not playing great, just doing enough to hang around, and they are right in the thick of this one, despite the efforts of the boys from the Bay. As we see looks like a hawk flying down there, swallow or something down in the court.
What is a baby hawk called, Casey Frank?
You give it to me. I thought you asked it like I knew it.
No, man. I've never asked those things.
That's
like
a horrible trivia question you just played on.
I know.
An eggling? That's not it.
Oh, that sounds like it.
Back to the basketball. Just a chick?
No, baby hawk
It's definitely not Jared Kenny.
is an Aya. EYAA. Yes.
All right. That would have been my 850th
An
choice.
IS? Anyway,
Are you an IS?
we've got a senior hawk at the line, and Ethan Rusbatch, the
There it is.
30-year-old. He's played 35 games for the Tall Blacks, most improved player in 2019.
And he's thankful for that role at the Resine.
Played for the Breakers as well. Here's Ethan Rusbatch in the Aussie NBL. Russo Nance now. Rusbatch picks him up. Schneider. There's Exeter on him. Dickie Farrington. It's now Fortu's turn to touch the ball. Not a lot going on for the Tuatara, so Fortu felt the contact.
Jeez.
It makes something out of seemingly nothing.
Well, just no real penetration of that defense whatsoever until that last foray by Dan Fotu, who just too quick for Jordan Hunt and gets tripped up. Easy whistle to blow, so he heads to the line for a couple opportunities from the Racine stripe. Misses the first off the, I wouldn't call these rims soft. Some of the harder bounces in the NBL come off these bad boys.
Really balanced effort from the Hawks in the win over the Tuatara a few weeks ago. Hunt had 18, Daron Rokawa had 18, Russ Batch had a double-double of 12 and 10. Hiram Harris had a double-double of 16 and 10.
Oh, what a steal by Dante Russo-Nance.
And that is an unsportsmanlike foul from Exeter, who just took the L on that one.
Jack Exeter never really had control of that basketball. I think he was a bit surprised when the ball got into his hands so quickly to break the press. And that was not token pressure. Dante Russo-Nance with the quick hands and just completely picked Exeter's pocket.
Russo-Nance, 72% from the line. He's having a good season. Not shooting the ball particularly well from deep, just 13%, but he's having 5 rebounds, handing out 4 assists and scoring 11 points. Ball stays with the Tuatara after the Exeter and sportsmanlike.
He's added some muscle to his frame this season, has Russo-Nance, and he's much more comfortable driving to the cup, but that shot will come back in due time.
So has Dan Fortu since he spent time at St. Mary's. Schneider all over Jared Kenny with the up fakes.
Don't even think he was an up fake on that last one. Jared Kenny was just feeling bouncy trying to use the pogo stick. Schneider doing some good work early off the penetration to the cup.
So tied up now. Kind of feel like Exeter should have just taken the L on the turnover.
That would have been better off. That is always the way it turns out after you get that unsportsmanlike. As we see Jared Kenny just a little too auspicious with the bounce pass.
Square at 19. We've got 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. As advertised so far between these two top 3 teams. Schneider working with Lowe. Kenny made to pay a little bit by going under on Lowe on that one.
Best Schneider has looked yet this season here in game 3. By far the most comfortable he has looked in the offense for the Tuatara.
Comfortable is a key word with Schneider, isn't it? He looked a little bit unsure of his position on the floor when it came to the Sal's NBL, but he looks to be the goods today. As Hiram finds a cut up, and it's Bailey with the strong finish. Quinn Bailey.
Just really cuts straight across the front of Dan Fotu, gets himself in excellent position for the finish. You see that Fotu got caught watching the ball, the timely cut by Bailey, the better finish, and a chance for the 3-point play after the find by Hiram Harris.
You won't find too many players in the Sal's NBL from Stratford High. And Quinn Bailey representing Proud High School from Taranaki converts that 3-point play. No surprise to play for the Ears as well. Subs on the make on the Tuatara. Find out who they are, and of course it's Chris Johnson. He does not spend a lot of time on the pine if he's feeling the hundy.
Yeah, nice of him to give Rob Lowe a little break. Well, he's yet really to get himself involved and make his imprint on tonight's game.
Rob Lowe, he certainly picks his moments. He's 17 and 11 though.
That's not bad. And the 5 assists as well.
Yeah. In fact, those two average close to 10 assists combined. And when I say those two, I mean Johnson and Lowe. Here's Quinn Bailey dancing around with it. Kicks it out to Harris.
Luigi wants a match on Fotu. Oh, jeez, volleyball.
Spiked by Chris Johnson.
The foul has to be for the Johnson block. Chris Johnson looks a little incredulous.
Chris Johnson, yeah, he's 37. He has been around. He's played in the following countries: Dominican Republic, China, Turkey, Puerto Rico, Croatia, Lebanon, Bahrain, and his wife Tammy is from Takapuna. Is that where the shot clock is at Pettigrew Green Arena? I was trying to look for it on top of the backboard. I was like, I need some indication on how far the offense has got to go.
Yeah, it's
each possession.
Impossible.
It is unfortunately obscured from our vantage point here. So would love to update you on what the shot clock is doing. So please excuse us if there is a violation and we miss it. Unless Casey counts out loud for us.
Yeah, keep hope alive. Oh, backdoor cut. Beautiful by McIntosh.
Russo Nance needs this one to fall, and Dan Fortu can't get the follow. And a foul from Chris McIntosh, who returns for the Tuatara. Some confusion as to where Chris McIntosh has been over the last week or so between Casey and myself. I was given some intel, and he was playing beach volleyball in Asia somewhere.
It's entirely possible. I believe I saw him shooting a 3x3 shooting competition in the Philippines.
Come AG. No, in fact, Casey Frank is...
Oh, that looks like a travel. Yes.
As a walk. I was just going to say that you have actually watched YouTube twice. The entire YouTube. That's why you end up watching 3x3 three-point shooting competitions.
You got a lot of spare time. Only if. Didn't see the three-point shooting competition until the second time through.
Johnson 4-3. Long shot, long rebound for Russo Nance. McIntosh, who is that specialist, can't get that to go down. And Yuli breaks that up, but it will stay with Hawke's Bay.
Well, that zone is doing a nice job of limiting penetration, both with the dribble and with the pass. Tuatara really struggling to make any inroads into the interior in these last few possessions.
Arokawa. Harris turns the corner, looking for AG. Challenges Johnson, left it short. Just those long arms of Johnson gives the offensive player a little bit of doubt. AG.
Oh, he's going to get called for that.
Yeah, he took down Chris Johnson before he went for the board there.
He's trying to say it was a bit of a flop, but Tawan AG was getting quite aggressive on that possession. He is certainly got the scouting report, which is to be physical with Chris Johnson, and he is doing that to a T.
There are a few big men in this league now who can match Chris Johnson, but you haven't seen too many of them really take it to him. Chris Johnson, he has been around, obviously, so he is used to the physicalness of whatever is thrown at him.
I mean, that's his second personal foul here in the first quarter.
Your leading scorers are Schneider and Ethan Rusbatch. Now Chris Johnson, all of those three have 8. Excuse me, Rusbatch has got 6. Apologies, along with Tawan AG for the Hawks. Just the 2 boards for the man on the screen.
Reasonably high-scoring game, despite neither team playing well from beyond the arc. Combined 2 for 12 from deep.
It's the #1 3-point shooting team with the Tuatara. Nice pass. Bailey and Kenny off the bench to combine for the Hawks.
Just run the pick and roll to perfection, delivered right when he needed it. Dante Russo-Nance is going to hold this back. Won't quite be the last shot, but it will be a short shot clock at the end of this one.
Russo-Nance stepping through. Just gets that friendly roll. 4 seconds for Arokawa. And Chris McIntosh broke that up really nicely. And Chris Johnson, a heave and hope.
What?
And I think we've got a double. Anyway, that's the first quarter. I think we just had some classic NBL action going on. 25 apiece. The pace is high. We'll take a break, have a breather, regroup, regather. See you soon.
There we go. Sorry about that. Little technical difficulties.
And we are waiting for the second quarter to get underway. And we are now waiting a deadlock game, 25 apiece between these two teams. Just updating you on the beach volleyball under-19 situation between Chris McIntosh. It was Charlie Dalton, my mistake.
25-25, exactly the kind of show that we were hoping out of the first quarter. The question only really being, can both teams maintain this pace?
Great pass, Hunt with the left.
Yeah, they love that action out of the horns. Hit the high post, the other big cuts right down. Really nice timely cut by Jordan Hunt for the finish, and a nice play to get him involved early here in the second quarter.
To Russo Nance. That bird flying across shot. Russo Nance nails that shot.
Well, about the only defender had a chance is that bird when he was shooting the ball there. Love the footwork, love the way he creates space with a minimalist of movement, almost a steal.
4 on 5, Hiram Harris. Stolen by Russo Nance. It's 4-2 to Chris Johnson's left. Gives it back, and Chris Johnson with the reverse dunk.
Too easy. Chris Johnson had a little seagull going because he almost had the steal, and what a finish on the pass by Fotu.
Oh, Jordan Hunt, 5 quick points for him to start the second quarter.
I like the way Coach McDowner calls a play for him to get him involved. He didn't have a lot of ball in hand in the first half, but he's a confidence guy. You get him a couple shots, it can start rolling quickly for him. Mismatch on the post.
4-2. Tried the quick spin, drop step.
That's got to be a foul, yeah. Tyrone Ruokawa questioned it, though. A lot of activity on Dan Fotu on the interior of that one. Tyrone Ruokawa trying to keep the hands straight up, but just too much of a size deficit in that mismatch.
Dan Fotu, he is top 10 all time for New Zealanders in NCAA Division I scoring. Number 9 on that list.
And we just got some information about Stratford High School.
Yeah?
From one Steve Fitchett. Says Jeremiah Truman attended Stratford High School for 3 years. So
fantastic.
Must be good with the bigs.
Where's Jeremiah Truman now?
Last I heard was San Diego.
Fantastic. So he's not currently in the Sal's NBL.
Not currently.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So Stratford High is represented solely. It's a long time between drinks between Jeremiah Truman and Stratford High. Hiram Harris. Thankfully, the crowd will let you know the shot clock is winding down along with the bench.
Trying to get a shot off of Chris Johnson at the end of the clock. Can't be easy.
4-2 looking to back down Kenny.
Oh, that could have been an offensive foul there.
Kenny has impeccable defensive acumen. Along with Tyrone Ruokawa, that is a formidable backcourt defensively.
And how about in the mismatch there with Dan Fotu? We saw how he took advantage of Tyrone Ruokawa. But then Jared Kenny gets him on the block, and not only does he defend him stoutly, he forces the turnover. Offensive foul call on Dan Fotu there.
Hiram Harris weary on the baseline with Johnson loitering, and that won't drop off the top of the backboard down. Here is Taki Farrinson. Quick move on Rusbatch.
Good help.
Swatted by Hunt, and the foul committed. Perhaps on Rusbatch, perhaps on Hunt.
Yeah, don't see a lot of contact of Hunt from behind, but enough contact for Taki Farrinson after the aggressive move. He gets the call, he gets the benefit of the doubt because he was the aggressor. He forced the action, he got himself to the cup, didn't settle for it there. And now a chance for him to stretch the Tuatara lead.
Really good free throw shooter is Taki Farrinson, 85%. In fact, he has a really good stroke from outside. And Taki Farrinson has a bright future as well.
Taki Farrinson is really lifted his game in the last year. He's got great size for a wing, but defensively is where he's expanded his abilities lately.
So Tuatara with this 3-point lead. Rokawa on Schneider. Rob Lowe with the rebounds.
More stagnant possession there. To beat this Tuatara defense, you have to get that ball through hands, make it move side to side.
Fotu into the key, driving and forcing Jordan Hunt into the foul.
Jordan Hunt gets pinged with that one. As Fotu's aggression is rewarded once again, coming off the on-ball solid screen by Rob Lowe, and Jordan Hunt had to guard two. Lowe on the curl, or sorry, on the roll, and Fotu on the dribble. He was unable to do so without fouling.
Timeout in the second quarter. And for your stats, Tuatara still shooting 52% as you look at Jordan Hunt in the paint.
That nice action, that was the first play of the second half, and then clever little footwork with this just slight enough step back for the three, and then the highlight of the game so far, the powerful flush by Chris Johnson.
And these two teams, position 1 for the Tuatara and 3 for the Hawks on the ladder. The Nuggets playing the Giants. The Nuggets number 2 on the ladder, and that is coming up after this game. And that is a heck of a game as well.
It's going to be a tough one. You know, the Nuggets coming off with their first loss after a 5-game winning streak, hosting the Nelson team, who is really playing just about mistake-free basketball. Everybody on that team knows their role. They may be a little bit out-talented at times, but cerebrally, they have been fantastic. And in this one, the Hawks down 3, despite the fact that they're out-rebounding the Tuatara right now, 16-12. And that is the stat that if the Hawks can continue to maintain a possession lead in that area, it's going to get difficult for the Tuatara to try and create offense.
Well, the Lizards, they out-rebound teams by 10 on average as Fotu is at the line.
I think that rebounding advantage is only going to increase with the addition of Dan Fotu.
A little tight on the first. Dan Fotu.
Not being very friendly is the free throw line to Dan Fotu, the Regime stripe.
Yeah, Dan Fotu is shooting 55% coming into this game from the line. Good on the second.
And that is 1 for 4 for Fotu now.
1 for 4 from the regime. It's not ideal. They do have a 4-point lead. Nice passing from the Hawks. Jordan Hunt, he wanted the foul. Jordan Hunt has 7 points in this quarter.
They're finally looking for him. And that one, he bobbled the catch, still found a way to get the ball in the bucket.
Farrington. Drive is no good. Rust patch. 4-2 picks him up.
Oh, everybody had Hunt underneath. Now he's got the mismatch.
Certainly does. And they feast because Chris Johnson was out on the 3-point line.
Schneider couldn't work him off the block at all. Late help by Fotu, not enough. As Jordan Hunt, 9 points now in the quarter. He is going off here, number 2.
Schneider. Fall away. That is good from Silas Schneider.
Much more under control on that possession there. Really good patience shown in the offense.
UC Davis and then Denmark has come to New Zealand. As Hiram Harris blocked by the double bangers of Lowe and Johnson. That is tough, and Farrington crosses up, gives it to Lowe. And Hiram Harris on the rebound is fouled. Oh no, there is reactions from Exeter and Rokawa. The Hairhawks, who can't quite believe the call.
Looks like a hold on those two away from the Hiram Harris action. And that's probably something that's going to happen here or there to the Hawks. They're giving up a bit of size everywhere, so they're going to have to be a little bit more physical, and then that extra physicality is going to get them a couple of fouls here and there.
That play broken. Hawks with Rustbatch. That 3 is on the way. And that is key from Derek Alberton, straight off the bench and into the action.
No hesitation, first touch triple off a nice reluctant feed by Ethan Rusbatch.
He was a Ram last season. Aronson, he has a really nice release.
Excellent read of the screen. He go under, I'm gonna pop back. Have all the time in the world to shoot it.
Rusbatch. Alberton to Hunt. AG having to work a three, and he still can't find a three-point make in the South NBL.
Nice rebound by Chris Johnson there. Challenges it, gets back into play to control the possession.
Aronson thought about it, passed it up, broken play, turnover. And one too many passes. Silas Schneider, Lowe's running the floor. Give it to the big man, and Rob Lowe with an easy layup.
Two different fast breaks there. One run to perfection by the Tuatara, and just a perfect mess up of the perfect opportunity by the Hawks the possession before.
Go on, AG.
He's begging it. He's got way too much body language trying to hope that ball in. And the way he's shooting the ball right now.
Nice look bomb. Low to Schneider this time. He rewards the guard for running.
Turnabout is fair play, as the favor is returned. Schneider, the recipient, on the second layup.
AG's, I think he's 0 for 3. He's on the block now with Johnson and Rusbatch. And that's wide left.
In transition now, coming to town for the Tuatara.
Certainly, they are running in the middle of the second quarter. Mick Downer's had enough. Their trans D has been horrible, and they are making a meal of it, are the Hawks. And the Tuatara running rampant in the second quarter. Timeout for Mick Downer.
That trans D just about non-existent the last few plays, and here are some of the highlights of that transition. There was that earlier bobbled catch by Hunt where he was trying to get the call. Did not come his way. A big shot by Albertson right off the bench as he hit that triple. 11 points for Jordan Hunt, all in this quarter. He has played so well here. Silas Schneider up to 12 points. Sorry, yeah, 12 points after that finish. Leading scorer in the ball game on either team.
The Hawks shooting 42%. The Tuatara 57%. And they are running over the top of the Hawks, making them look like roadkill at the moment.
How about these shooting percentages for the top three scorers for the Tuatara? That's Johnson and Russo Nance on 11, Schneider with 12. That's 6 for 7 for Schneider. 4 for 6 from Russo Nance. 3 for 5 from Chris Johnson. Everybody shooting over 60%. Just high shot efficiency right now.
A pretty good defensive team are the Hawks. Third points allowed, just a shade over 75, but so far the Hawks shooting the lights out. Tatterdale 45 with under 3.5 to go in the half. Alberton, nothing but net on that one as well. Derek Alberton off the bench, and a spark for the Hawks.
What a key spark it is. You've got to find some points from unexpected sources to get a win against the Tuatara.
Russo Nance, that just opened up. What has happened to the Hawks defense?
Non-existent. The communication is gone from what it needs to be. This is a bit of a backup unit in there, but no excuses there. It's really surprising. The lack of fortitude defensively by the Hawks for this stretch that has allowed Auckland to well and truly control the game.
AG on the block. He likes this matchup. He liked it in the first quarter. Went away from it. Now he's back, and Chris Johnson absolutely owned him.
That is a lot of length to try and get around.
Tucky Ferguson went up high, and he was met by Jordan Hunt.
Love the play from both ends. What aggression, but what a block by Hunt. Wanted the lob on the other end. Nobody saw him.
Schneider breaks that play up. Here's Silas Schneider throwing down the gimme dunk.
Well, how about that? More athleticism than I expected from Silas Schneider. Not racist.
It's a 10-point lead for the Tuatara. And they're just all over the Hawks.
Well, they have well and truly taken over. I believe it's a 12-4 run in the last few minutes.
Ruben Fitzgerald is in the game. He's picking up Alberton on screen there. Jared Kenny to get us back underway. But this has been a horror second quarter. 22-14, 24-14.
Well, they've lost their way. They're not pushing the ball offensively, not being aggressive like they were early, and they're just absolutely not getting back in transition.
Kenny. Ball not really moving for the Hawks, and Kenny is fouled on the reverse.
He just manufactured an opportunity there. The offense wasn't really creating anything. The shot clock going down, but using a little bit of veteran noose, he's able to find his way to the line for a couple of free throw attempts. And they need this just to get a little momentum going their way and a chance to set their defense. And there would be nothing more valuable to the Hawks right now than back-to-back stops.
They're not really making the ball work for them a whole lot in the second quarter. And as a result, not really connecting on their shots, and it has given the Tuatara the opportunity to run, because they have smelled blood in the water. So keep making the team inbound the ball. That's going to slow their transition down.
Absolutely.
To a crawl.
The Tuatara have started to claw their way back in the rebound battle as well. What once was decidedly on the side of the Hawks has crept down to just a 2 rebound advantage as the Tuatara increase their level of play.
Farrington, my goodness. He couldn't believe how wide open. And then no one rebounding the ball for the Hawks.
Here's the box out. So good early. They were locked in, and all that dedication has lost them.
Another 3 missed. Is it Dan Fortu trying to grab a rebound here? He's called for the foul.
Yeah. Both teams rather surprised about whatever the contact has been called down low.
A minute 38 to go in this first half. And Tuatara have this 8-point lead.
And that was maybe not the most textbooks of stops there, but that was a big stop for the Hawks.
I mean, they got lucky as well, because they didn't box anyone out, and they left Farrington wide open.
It's always better to be lucky and have it end up on the good side than the bad side, but they need to take advantage of the luck that they're getting.
Patch, Hunt, a lone rebounder on the offensive glass. Tuatara have it.
It was really Farrington who secured that one by coming from the weak side, taking it out of Hunt's hands.
Schneider feeling it. Can't connect. Hiram Harris with the rebound. Couldn't Bailey running the floor. Russ Batch with his feet set. In and out.
Ah, good looks. Those are exactly the looks that Coach McDonough would be asking for. You just got to convert them.
50 seconds to go in this first half.
Hawks now 3 for 15 from the three-point line.
Hiram Harris staying with Russo Nance, and that is a tough shot.
He is putting together a half. 15 points for him now.
Kenny driving. Oh, that's beautiful from Jared Kenny. Used Quinn Bailey to show off Johnson a little bit, and then that hesitation opened up that layup perfectly. And now we have a timeout from the Tuatara's Aaron Young. Just letting the Hawks get a little bit of momentum here before they head into the changing rooms for halftime.
There's really nothing in this game. It was just that bad 4-possession stretch by the Hawks, which is the 8-point difference right now. They just decided to, I don't know, maybe try out as Space Cadets for a little bit and lost their way. Not sure exactly what happened down that stretch, but other than that, this has been extremely equal. You got to wonder if fatigue's going to be a factor for this Tuatara squad that does not go quite as deep on the bench.
Well, Tuatara, they've been 4 off the bench. Nick Barrow is the backup big for Aaron Young, he is a savvy veteran, the constable. As he's like to be known, the wheelbarrow, former teammate of yours.
Former teammate, and actually surprised he's not getting a little bit more burn. He is an extremely functional player, and actually the last time against the Hawks had huge shots in that comeback that were absolutely necessary to give themselves a chance to win.
Well, Russo Nance has become the game's leading scorer on that jump shot on the baseline over Harris with 15. Back underway. Tuatara will try to work this down. The Hawks, perhaps the last opportunity. Schneider. Farrington.
Oh, good D.
Really good D. Now it's Johnson. The fall away. Vintage Chris Johnson on the baseline. He went from 14 feet to 22, it felt like.
Oh,
and then gets the finish. The stuff on Harris. End to end, 5 blocks for Chris Johnson. Here it is, the length of the man, it's unbelievable. Half time is here. Here's words for the Hawks. What a game we've got on our hands, 53-43 at halftime.
We are back.
Welcome back. 10-point lead. Tuatara up against the Hawks. And what a second quarter it was from the Tuatara. They really put the screws on the Hawks, Casey Frank.
They really did during the little stretch there. Made possession extremely tough for the Tuatara, for the Hawks to keep. And here we see some of the stats there. Dante Russo-Nast leading the way. Schneider right behind him. Chris Johnson with 13. On the other side, a bit more even for the Hawks, but not the height of the contributions from Russo, Nance, and Schneider. And solid rebounding from Harris and Chris Johnson on both sides. The total rebounds on the edge of the Hawks right now. We see the assist game. Surprising not to see Rob Lowe.
to land. And you can understand why the three-point percentages have been so low.
Possibly the recipient of most of that attention right now might be Ethan Rusbatch. 6 points, not playing badly, but 0 for 5 from the arc. Hasn't been able to find that stripe there. We had mentioned he's shooting a lower percentage than you'd expect. I think it's about 28% on the season. Going to drop a little bit, but he is a guy that can hit 3 or 4 in a row at any point in time. And what a time this would be here in the second half for the Hawks.
Well, for the Hawks, it's just been Hunt and Albertson have hit the threes, 1 each. Ethan Rusbatch 0 for 5, AG's 0 for 3. And so points in the paint pretty even as well. Just a 2-point advantage for the Hawks in that respect. Push the paint and make the defense adjust. Maybe find an open 3 or a drop off to a big man.
And we're also going to see Daron Arakawa back in the game. Had 3 fouls in the first half, only played 11 minutes. And that really affected them. That's when they struggled to get that ball up against the pressure of the Tuatara. And it affected their fast break and transition offense as well. He is so key in that aspect. The Hawks really need to keep him in the ball game. If I'm the Tuatara, I'm probably taking the ball straight to Dante Russo-Nax and going at him, trying to get his 4th foul.
Schneider with the ball underway in the third at Rob Lowe's knees. Bobbled back. Schneider. Schneider. Wow, wait.
Just forced it in. Didn't look like it had any chance, but he got it above the rim and then in.
It's Hiram Harris stepping through. He's fouled. Does it count? The continuation says it does.
Just a nice 2-man game up top. Siler Schneider was trying to recover, but Harris saw that he was out of position on the catch and puts the ball down immediately. Schneider out of position defensively. Any contact's got to be a defensive foul. Just the start the Hawks were hoping for to the second half.
Hiram Harris tonight is the 6 boards, and now he has 3 points missed.
And he's got a steal now.
On that one, he gets a steal to Rusbatch. Hunt.
Oh, you think you got to take that one. That's a nice look created by Rukawa's screen.
Yeah, he's caught in 2 minds on that one. AG has great position, but you're not going to get it over the long arms of Chris Johnson.
He was on the ball and picked the lob pass off at the block. How does that happen?
Schneider working with Lowe. Now has Hunt on him. Siler Schneider, why not? It's been that kind of night for him.
Nice job by Hunt to force him into the step back, though. Didn't give up the penetration in the mismatch.
AG, he thought about it. He did, he thought about it.
Well, it's coming now.
Here it is. 0 for 4 he is.
He is just trying to will it in with the body language. Not what you need.
Hiram Harris all over Schneider. Lowe driving on Hunt. Hit him with a shoulder fake and a nice little baby hook.
And Rob Lowe gets on the score sheet for the first time today.
Arakawa for 3, and that is ripping the net.
There's the best shooter out on the court tonight. 2 for 3 from the 3-point stripe now. That limited time on court with foul trouble really affecting the Hawks offense in the first half.
Berenson Johnson gets AG up in the air, kicks it out to Farrenson, his sharpshooter. AG with the clean-up job. Here's Arakawa fresh off hitting that 3.
Just a half-step slow in those rotations are the Hawks. And now slowing down the transition game as well. They need to pick up the pace.
Hunt going at the guard.
Oh, good D.
Really good D. And
oh, they're saying that's a steal as well.
it came off.
I thought Russo-Nax hit it off.
But according to the baseline referee, who had the best angle on it, that was going the way of the Tuatara. And Dante Russo-Nax wasn't flummoxed. He knew exactly that Chris Johnson had his back. Now we've got some deliberation. I think it might be about the clock.
Not exactly sure what the conversations are about. Looks like the ball is going to stay with the Tuatara, so it should be a full shot clock. Unless the clock might have, I think possibly the clock was left running, a few extra seconds ticking off. Either way, we'll be back to action shortly. Fingers crossed.
Schneider. Johnson. Russo Nance. Tuatara running this offense over the top. And it's Russo Nance just creating his own shot. And then they get the rebound, they do. So fresh 14 collected by the Tuatara.
Decent offense, but the Hawks got to finish the possession.
Nice defense from AG. Hiram Harris out and running behind the back. Lokawa. That's good. Doron Lokawa nails his third three.
Right. What a difference he has been. And I love Harris in transition, being aggressive, making things happen. Now it's the stagnance of the Tuatara offense. They got to find some kind of penetration into the painted area, stop settling for jump shots.
For all these passes up top, it ended up in a Russo Nance one-on-one move. Finally, they touch the paint, and there it is, another turnover. We'll have to try another set because it's just not working for the Tuatara, but their mid-court defense is. It's the second time they've come away with it. And then it's just turned over by Farrington. Here comes Hiram Harris.
What's
Dropping
going
it
on?
off to Russ Batch. That's in. Chris Johnson, it's waved off.
I think the foul was on Harris. I think is what's going to be called, as Chris Johnson can't believe it. So that there is called a foul. No contact from what we can see. Nice defensive effort from Marfin, and occasionally the refs get along wrong. What can you do? As a player, I complained a lot.
You did. 57-51. Sometimes justifiably though, Casey.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
You know, the first foul on Chris Johnson is that one, so not too much damage done, and it did stop a layup opportunity.
Roka was feeling it. Left it a little short, 4-2 in the game.
Let's see if the Tuatara stick with their transition offense, or they try something a bit more deliberate this time through.
They do go with something different. It's a little bit stagnant. It's a two-man game. It's back to 4-2. And he knocks down a three. Dan Fotu with his first field goal of the game.
Had a couple of free throws early, but has done most of his damage defensively. Finally gets involved.
Speaking of doing some damage, Hiram Harris taking the game by the scruff of the neck for the Hawks here.
And he's got to be so aware of where Chris Johnson is in that case, and does so nicely driving to the other side of the rim to get the finish.
Russo Nance, he's fouled on the drive.
He has been heads up with his play today. Extremely efficient, knowing where he wants to deliver the ball, knows when he wants to take advantage and try and score. 15 points on 6 for 9 shooting. As the officials are chatting through something.
Waiting for Russo Nance to shoot some free throws, but more chats between the referees. Not mic'd up for us tonight, so we're not too sure about what they're discussing. Russo Nance can't get the friendly roll.
Free throws, normally an area of strength. Just 11 for 16 now for the Tuatara.
Sub on the make.
One of the better shooting teams from the regime this season are the Tuatara in the league, where it has been a bit of a nightmare.
It's been pretty bad. I think the Bulls, they sub 50?
They are sub 50.
It is unfortunate. Big game for them against the Jets at home tomorrow at the Franklin Pullen Leisure Centre. Be anything but leisurely against the Jets as Hunt. Straight on three, that's good. His second three of the game.
Excellent recognition by both Harris and Hunt. Harris trying to get that post up. Chris Johnson sags. Hunt spaced perfectly to get the catch and shoot opportunity.
Hawks clawing their way back into this, now down 5. McIntosh in the game, it's Russo Nance. Chris Johnson, mid-range game. Oh, Dirk. Knee up, Hiram Harris, fouled by Dan Fortu. Oh, excuse me, really.
That's a fortunate foul, I think, for the Hawks. Didn't look like the contact was after Hiram Harris lost the ball there. Timeout to the Hawks to discuss things as the defense has gotten a little stingy and is slowly allowing them to get back into this ball game. Here we see the nice move early from Rob Lowe, taking it down the paint, using the head and shoulder fake to get to the left hand. Rokawa, big from three here in the third quarter, as a couple of them. That was the first. This was the second in transition. Letting it fly and tickling the twine and letting a few people know about it on the jog back.
So we have a timeout after the Braden Iuli foul. And Hiram Harris, 61-56. Pace is a little broken in this third quarter.
Yeah, it's gotten much more difficult for the Tuatara in the half court as the Hawks are starting to bring this lead back a wee bit closer, get themselves in striking distance. They've already made up half of it, and now to make up the other half. And it's been the defensive side of things. A little bit better offensively, outscoring the Tuatara 13-8 this quarter, but it's the defense holding the Tuatara to their lowest point total for 5.5 minutes yet in the game. And once again, exactly what they did a couple weeks ago in Auckland, sticking to the same script. What can the Tuatara do to keep this offense from drying up like the Sahara? That's a desert, by the way.
Thanks, Casey. Baby Eagles in geography. Never a dull moment. Rokawa. Russo Nance was collected, and that's another three. The second in the quarter.
I think his third, actually. What a quarter, yeah. 14
right.
points now.
Sorry, Daron.
He is putting it together. And that one might be on the highlight reel. Shaking Russo Nance.
4 minutes to go. Chris Johnson puts it down with the one hand and the defender right beneath him.
He rolled really hard with a lot of speed, enabling that passing lane opportunity.
Rokawa. Bit of a heat check, and that is a foul on Quinn Bailey. It just got posterized by Chris Johnson and then tried to box him out and didn't work.
Chris Johnson walking with a purpose. He is fired up.
He certainly is. And that's what you love about Chris Johnson. The game looks so easy to him in parts, but then when something fires him up, could be a foul, and he didn't get the call.
Normally contact.
Yeah, usually with a big, it's the contact. But then he gets aggressive with the dunks.
He does.
I mean, he's 37. He's conservative with his energy expenditure, which you can understand.
You can't do it dawn till dusk in the late 30s, but you can still do it.
Yeah, he certainly is. 4-2. Russo Nance stepping back. Wide right.
Good challenge. Might have been a bit of contact as well that I think Rokawa got away with. But it's good challenge if you don't get called for it.
Mismatch. Rokawa has Lowe. Gets him on his heels. Lowe does well.
And not an easy one for Rokawa to take advantage of. But what a shot by Quentin Bailey.
Bailey looking down a three.
He has been timely off the bench in both halves. Hawks right back in the thick of it.
4-2. Johnson for three. Bailey on the floor.
No, effort again by the Tuatara, creating possession out of nothing.
We're gonna have some wet spots, I think, as Russo Nance takes the opportunity. There's quite a few bodies on the floor in the mid-court there. And Jordan Hunt just around Rob Lowe. Felt like he got hooked. Rob Lowe picks up the personal foul.
Did he get a technical foul?
I think he got a T. That reaction suggests he got a T.
Or a warning? No, nobody's moving over.
No, he got
a warning.
He got a warning.
I think he got a stiff word from Ryan Jones.
He got a scowl. Braden Ewley.
Extended minutes here in the third.
Yeah. Adding some punch. Schneider, Johnson, Lowe out there.
Russo Nance heads to the bench for the first time this half. Yeah, Bailey's been solid in his minutes. He had big trouble there. 5 points in the first half, 4 rebounds. And the Hawks depend a lot on the bench outside of Jared Kenny, so his minutes are valuable.
Wow, that was a great look.
Oh, saved it.
Quinn Bailey wasn't expecting it. He tried to put it off foot two, but it came back off him. The ricochet cost the Hawks a possession there.
Yeah, I think he might have actually been stepping on the line when he tried to save it the second time.
The cut was not rewarded. The pass was there. Breakdown in communication, however, and the turnover was against the Hawks. Tuatara with a 3-point lead. Ewley looking for the three.
Oh, what a board.
Dan Fortu coming from the weak side.
And then boxing out once again.
And then Rob Lowe can't get the roll, and Chris Johnson, there it is. He's getting fouled underneath.
He is starting to outwork the work that's coming his way, and that's a lot of physicality the Hawks are meeting with. Every time he doesn't have the basketball, there's a big man bumping and grinding on him, keeping him from getting to his spot, and the frustration is starting to mount. But as the frustration mounts, so does pick up the level of play. And I don't know, I think maybe you're better off not pulling the tail of the tiger. Let this sleeping dog lie, but with him fired up, watch out.
Johnson averaging 20-14. And about he's an excellent three-point shooter. 36% for a big man. 89% from the foul line. Bailey puts the ball on the floor. And Chris Johnson, I wanted to say that was a nice quick move from Bailey, and it was, but
the recovery, man.
It's Chris Johnson, and he's just the length. 4-2 is a beneficiary of a recovery pass by Johnson. Can't get a bucket there.
Physical defense by Kenny underneath.
Kenny left his feet, and he finds Bailey.
Not even sure how he did it because we didn't have the angle, but that's going to be a delay of game on Quentin Bailey. You're not allowed to catch the ball and throw it to the ref. Next one will be a technical.
Bailey has been in everything, it feels like, for the Hawks in this third quarter.
Yeah, he's been impressive.
He's got heaps of chat for Rob Lowe as well.
He's into double figures now with 10 points. Just important to make yourself available against the pressure the Tuatara are bringing.
Schneider caught that between two DBs there. Russo Nance gives it to Schneider. Exit is on him. Rob Lowe with Bailey. Russo Nance finds a cutting Rob Lowe. Ran with him. Ooh. That is a nice look from Russo Nance and good hands from Lowe.
Well, nice find. Difficult catch. Might have got away with the travel, but needed a bit of extra help.
Jared Kenny, the experience of the man, stepping through and laying it up and in.
Timely bucket, especially just under a minute left. He missed that. The Tuatara have a chance to extend the lead, go up more than 5. Instead, the floating layup takes the contact, a chance for the three-point play, and also set the defense in the half court. Better chance of the stop to close the quarter.
Well, this unit out there is getting it done. I was just about to say, I haven't seen a lot of Ethan Rusbatch. He's now out there. 54.6 to go in this third quarter. Tuan AG again sitting again, but that's hustle from Quinn Bailey. It's been his quarter for the Hawks.
Just really put his mark on the game in this quarter.
Just put his mark on Silas Schneider with a screen too. It's Rusbatch. Lost the handle, Schneider.
What's the call?
What is the call?
It's 2 shots, not a charge.
Not a charge, so Schneider might have been set there with the defensive circle. Or
I think the foul was early.
It was early before that.
Contact, yeah.
And the reach in.
Regardless, Rusbatch for 2 free throw attempts from the Razine.
Quite night for Ethan Rusbatch by his standards. 6 points, 3 rebounds. Just 2 of 8 from the floor, which isn't ideal. 0 for 5 from 3. That is uncommon for him.
That scoring slack picked up by Jordan Hunt, Maroon, Arakawa, 14 points apiece on a combined 11 for 15 from the field.
Oh, look, I'll see you, those two guys, but I'm loving Quinn Bailey's 4 for 4 for 10 points and 5 rebounds.
And I was just about to mention, beat me to it, what an impact he's had on the game today, and well needed.
Also, Derek Albertson's got 5, and he's 2 for 2 as well. He's a scoring punch. Nick Down will be happy with, and Jared Kenny ties up Dan Fotu. JK's called for the foul.
On the way up, so we've got free throws. And just 32 seconds left. It's a breakdown defensively, though. That was a wide open cut and a wide open drive to the lane that Jared Kenny had no choice on other than to take a whack at it.
Offensive rebounds, 8 for the Hawks, 7 for the Tuatara, but it's points from turnovers, 14 for the Tuatara through 3 quarters here. Front of the rim, Dan Fotu.
2 for 8 from the line now.
Just leaving them short, it looks.
Just no confidence from that Wazine here in the second half. These rims, though, these are funny rims. These are, through my career, these are probably my least favorite rims in the competition. They're both hard and soft.
I love the fact that it is. I remember you talking about this many times.
These are not, they're just not friendly. You hit that rim at all, and the chances are it's not going to bounce your way.
Here's Jared Kenny. Going at Fitzgerald and good defense. Farronson stepping around Hiram Harris, who does a good job of sticking with him.
Huge stop.
We've got 10 seconds to play with. Russo Nance stepped out, but he stole it away momentarily. And it will stay with Hawke's Bay. 7.3 on the game clock.
Dante Russo Nance has had some impressive little foul play. Or trying to pick pockets. That doesn't get the possession there. So what's going on?
We've got a technical foul.
I think we do have a technical foul. I'm not quite sure who it's been called on, as our stats are slightly delayed from the venue, as Russo Nance sees another free throw missed for the Tuatara.
My word, that's unfortunate for the Tuatara. They are now 13 of 21 from the foul line tonight. AG couldn't get the catch, and then we got a foul.
Oh,
so
unfortunate.
5.3 seconds to go.
This has been the longest last 8 seconds in quarter history.
Ever.
Technical fouls that are going missed up. Easy post-up possession. AG was right underneath, had the opportunity, but then picks up the foul, which is going to be his 3rd personal.
Game after this one, that's also set to be a classic. The Giants and the Nuggets. What a tremendous game that will be. This game hasn't disappointed as well.
Probably with point number 5 and number 6 on that free throw there.
5.3 for the Hawks. Who's down the other end? It's Ethan Rusbatch.
What is happening? One more shot for the Tuatara.
Fitzgerald, the runner. Back of the iron, we're done after 3. And the Tuatara still have the lead. This time it's only by 3. 4th quarter coming up shortly. Welcome back to Pettigrew Green Arena, and it is 71-70. Just a 1-point Tuatara lead. Updated score for you after 3 quarters. A hectic finish to the 3rd quarter. And Casey Frank, this game is once again evenly poised after they met at Event Finder Stadium on the 18th of May a few weeks ago. And Chris Johnson just putting his impact on the Hawks and Quinn Bailey on that one.
Well, he's giving it his all out there. Bailey has come back at him with some physicality and some shot making as well. Dante Russo-Nance probably won't get an easier shot attempt than that one on the miscommunication defensive breakdown, but
there's been a few of those for the Hawks as well.
And more than you'd like if you're Coach Mick Downer. Despite that, the Hawks were able to take control back in that quarter, outscoring the Tuatara 27-18 and putting themselves in an excellent position down the stretch for another tight finish.
Come early August, this could well be the final between these two teams. Teams 1 and 3 on the ladder. The Hawks, position number 3, looking for their first win at home. They've been on the road for 6 straight games after they lost to the Franklin Bulls on their home floor. And they come up empty-handed on their first possession of the 4th quarter. Silas Schneider getting into the heart of the Hawks D. Still has a little bit of time to work with. Has a mismatch with Hiram Harris, who's a good defender. Ooh. Silas Schneider, floater game on point.
And that is a clever little finish on that one, avoiding the physicality of Harris and showing the skill, the shot making. A lot of confidence in that shot there.
Nice little play here. Just working AG onto the block, and he lost the handle.
He is getting away with a bit of contact with that off shoulder, really banging himself into Chris Johnson, moving space, creating the opportunity. Ball gets knocked out of bounds, however, and he will get to keep it. Just 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
Come on, AG. And we just have another short burst on the whistle. So
it looked like they reset the shot clock there to 14, which it should not be. So it is back to 5.
He's 3 for 12. He's been blocked 4 times too. Chris Johnson's all over him. Nice batch.
Oh, it's just not falling for him.
He's 0 for 6 now from 3. He's usually a lights-out shooter, Ethan Russbatch. Farrington. Johnson. Going to work on Tuan AG, and AG flopped, and Chris Johnson makes him pay.
I believe that may be a flop warning as well.
Yeah, the baseline ref called that one. Here's Rokawa. Nice look to Jordan Hunt.
Scared down low from the shot blocker, though.
Certainly. Chris Johnson's cleared out by AG. And this has been a big man battle between the 2 imports.
AG saying, I'm just boxing out, getting some space. But when you extend that arm to a player who's already airborne, you are going to displace and move him out of the shot. And those kind of easy visuals are the plays that the refs are looking to make calls on.
Tuan AG is there because Jack Salt is out for the rest of the season, which is a shame because we haven't seen a lot of Jack Salt since he won the championship with Virginia.
Yeah,
the NCAA level.
We're fortunate to get about half a year last year with the Rams, and of course he had a season with Brisbane this year. Didn't catch as much all the NZNBL as I do normally though.
Now Johnson going to work on Quinn Bailey. Good defense from Bailey. Nice Johnson worked for that.
That's a winning battle for the Hawks if you can force him into the fadeaway.
And then a foul, I think it's going to be on Russbatch coming through there. Silas Schneider expertly picked that up.
Russbatch saying, I'm just trying to make my cut. He's getting in the way. And heads up play by Silas Schneider. I don't know if it's...
This has been the breakout game for Silas Schneider.
Has been by far the most impact he's been able to have yet.
Charlotte, because Schneider has been shooting 25% from 3 as we have a foul on the Hawks, and he hasn't really been shooting it from the floor that well as well, compounded by that 3-point percentage, 41%. Still averaging 14.5 coming into this game, but he's been really good as the crowd do not like that call on the Hawks.
That was a difficult pill to swallow.
There's been a lot of whistles. It might as well be a rave at Pettigrew Green Arena. Hamish on audio. There's George FM, and feels like he's actually DJing it.
I believe we have a timeout to the Hawks. As looked like Coach McDonough was trying to call it, and officials weren't giving it to him. Not sure exactly what was happening there, but everybody's agitated, and as it should be. This is a big game here for both teams. The Hawks trying to claim sole possession on top of the ladder.
The Hawks looking for their first bucket in this fourth quarter. McDonough working it. Tuatara lead the league, and they are feeling every bit confident to keep this roster stable without injuries. Will drop off in form, but to a situation where you can get a roll on, especially on the road against a team like the Hawks. Get that grind going. As the Tuatara have the Jets twice in the next 4 games, the Airs and the Nuggets as well.
This is moving season right now.
Certainly, we're probably around about a third of the way through the season. It's an 18-game regular season for the teams.
Oh, now I see why Coach McDonough was upset. Technical foul called as he stepped onto the court after he tried to call that timeout. So a free point opportunity there.
Just the one loss for the Tuatara in this season, handed to them by Hawke's Bay. The Hawks.
And what a match that was. Down to the wire. And this one's got a chance to do the same.
Quinn Bailey.
Oh, that's quick.
It's really quick. Chris Johnson, the length of him. Quinn Bailey did pretty good to try and stick with him, but he got him on his heels a little bit.
Bailey's game as a defender, but you cannot let him go one-on-one from that deep of a catch. It'll be a bucket every time.
Russo Nance is doing well to stick with Rusbatch. And then Ethan Rusbatch, the frustration levels must be rising now. He's called for the offensive foul.
Well, not sure from our angle what the offensive foul was, but things are raining down in the officials from the Boo Birds in the Bay. And this is a type of possession for a team where you can really step on the neck of your opposition. For the Tuatara, they need to get a bucket here, and they will well and truly have control of this game.
Lead is back to 10 for the Tuatara.
So tough. They're just asking Quinn Bailey to stand out on that island and defend Johnson, and he is taking advantage.
Bailey. Hiram Harris has Tucky Farrington on him. Hunt comes up, switch by Lowe, and then Jordan Hunt uses his length, but he can't get that to go down.
The Hawks working so hard for every possession.
Russo Nance. That bounces over the top.
They need to find a way to create a quality look this time down the court.
Rokawa drops it off. Quinn Bailey.
Oh, 3
seconds. Quinn Bailey.
Oh, my goodness. The whistle is being unkind to the Hawks right now. Looked like a tremendous created play by their own Rokawa, dropping it off, but no. Bailey had planted roots underneath the rim, taking away the opportunity.
Russo Nance hounded by Jared Kenny. Chris Johnson's hounded by Quinn Bailey again. Schneider has Rokawa on him. Screen set by Lowe. Hunt picks him up. Lowe goes into the paint, and offensive foul. Rokawa sold that on Rob Lowe expertly.
And everything's chippy as Jared Kenny knocks the ball out of Rob Lowe's hands. Thrown Rokawa probably hit the ground harder than he hit into Rob Lowe, but he does a nice job of planting himself. And make no mistake, that is a lot of size discrepancy in between those two there. That would have felt not great.
Came up a little ginger, did Rokawa. Hunt too strong.
Oh, good look. Created an opportunity, had plenty of space. Things have slowed down for Hunt in the second half.
In general, they haven't scored in this fourth quarter. Coming up on the halfway point, Hawke's Bay's offense is stone cold. Schneider to Lowe. And then they want a 3 seconds call on Rob Lowe. Because if you're going to give it to Quinn Bailey, Rob Lowe was planted in there as well.
He certainly was. Not much more scoring for the Tuatara. 11 points for them now in the quarter, but the big donut for the Bay.
Get it, Quinn Bailey. That's no good. Saved it by Schneider.
And this is the same script as the last time these two teams met, but it is the road team in both cases turning the screws defensively and grabbing a double-digit lead halfway through the quarter.
Rob Lowe knocks down a 3 for the biggest lead of the game for the Tuatara.
Oh, that is a dagger of a three-point shot there for a team that is struggling to score in the Hawks, to be down 15 with 5 to go. They are going to be searching for answers. Kind of surprised they're not taking a timeout.
5 minutes the Hawks haven't scored in the fourth quarter. Might get a little bit easier in the paint as Johnson takes a seat.
Yeah, nice sub there for the Tuatara. Give him time to recover. The Hawks, they absolutely have to make inroads with him on the bench.
Rokawa, nice give and go with Quinn Bailey again. Valuable minutes off the bench. Nice interplay between those two.
And how much easier is the score at the rim with Johnson on the bench? It is a different ball game.
That's easy for me to say. Dan Footer with a nice catch off the Rob Lowe pass.
Perfect high-low action, excellent roll. He's able to secure for the finish by Fotu.
Again, Rokawa cutting. Ethan Ruspatch, cold, stone cold.
Bailey gets the call on the offensive rebound as Fotu had his hands in there.
He's 0 for 6 now from deep, Ethan Ruspatch.
Third personal foul for Dan Fotu.
Overall, as a team, it's not been great from deep.
Yeah, it's a struggle for the Hawks. They are 8 for 23 at 34. 5 for 19 for the Tuatara at 26%.
Well, both these two teams, mentioned earlier, they are very good at defending the three-point line. 15 is the lead. Time running out for the Hawks. Ruspatch, can he get it?
Oh, just goes wanting. They all look good.
Schneider waiting for the cut from Fotu. AG out there on him. Might be on a bit of an island. Schneider didn't want to take him. Rob Lowe takes the 3. Rob Lowe from deep, way downtown.
Rob Lowe did not score in the first half. He's got 11 now, just 3 for 9 from the field, but timely triples here in the fourth to make what was just on the nail's edge coming into the quarter, turned into a blowout down the stretch.
They are smacking them in the fourth. 16-2, 19-2, excuse me. 3:50 to go. It's been all Tuatara in this fourth quarter.
The 1-point lead, 71-70, coming in to the final term. We are expecting a nail biter, but the defensive intensity from the Tuatara, too much for the Hawks to overcome, and the most efficient offensive play we've seen from the Tuatara probably since the first quarter, just when they need it most.
It's 18. It has been a horror fourth quarter.
Siler Schneider, he's on the triple-double watch himself. 20 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. What a game for him.
Saw a triple-double last night, just casually put together by Xavier Cooks for the Saints and their loss against the Rams. And he did that within like 3 quarters almost.
Yeah, he did. He had it by the time the fourth started.
Yeah. Kenny going to get it going. High off the glass and then Jared Kenny. They need a lot of that. And they need a few turnovers as well as he's come in and He's all over the youngster and Dante Russo-Nance, who steps through himself, and AG was there to challenge it. And now the Hawks are back running. Kenny kicking it out. Jordan Hunt has to take that. He's wide open, and that's stroking it. 5 quick points, and the Tuatara called time. Aaron Young does not want to give them a sniff.
Yeah, he's going to be upset about that last possession. Dante Russo-Nance got suckered into the pace there. The shot clock is your friend as we see the pressure after that make by Jared Kenny. He is all over Dante Russo-Nance up the court, and because of that, they forced a quick shot and got a quick shot attempt in transition once again. And just a second ago, it was 19 points, but just like that, back into it with 5 quick. A 13-point ball game in three minutes plus. It's very doable, and that's why you need to stretch these possessions out if you're the Tuatara.
I feel like Ethan Rusbatch he's got a final say in this for the Hawks to drag them back, and he's 0 for 7. I just feel as though he's got a couple of bang 3 plays to come. Should probably jinxed him by saying that.
Well, he's had some good looks, but 0 for 7 for him, 0 for 4 for Tuan AG, 3 for 4 for Jordan Hunt, 4 for 6 for Duron Arakawa, but those are the two that have carried the load from the 3-point stripe for the Hawks.
Only 10 points off the bench for Albertson. Excuse me, Jared Kenny, I should say. 5 for Albertson. Excuse me, it's Quinn Bailey. It was 10. Those guys good through 3. Now they need the starters to step up with Jared Kenny out there.
Oh, good trap.
And then Taki Farrington breaks the trap perfectly.
Oh, wow, what a backdoor cut. The weak side help had to be in that lane.
Hunt. Rokawa finds Hunt. And Chris Johnson, the length back in the game. And that's a savvy move from Aaron Young.
Not sure Chris Johnson gets the block there, but he gets another contest. He has been so important defensively.
Kicking it out to Fotu in the corner. Hawks get a stop, but it might be a little bit late for them. Can get a 3 here, and Kenny pulls up.
Oh, needed that.
Schneider with a big rebound. Is that 10?
That is 10 for him, so double-double. He's 3 assists short of the triple-dub.
AG, offensive foul. Finally gets that call.
Well, now what can they do with it? They have a chance here if they can get a quick triple.
He's moving as well, I think is what Rob Lowe said. And he has Tuan AG all over him at mid-court. Sold it well, Tuan AG. Gets that turnover. And they'll just clean up where he fell. So the Hawks with 2:33 to go. What can the experience of Rokawa and Kenny cook up in this offense for the Hawks? Need to get things going quickly. AG into the body of Chris Johnson. That's nice. Ooh. And then Rob Lowe over the top of Tuan AG. And he falls heavily to the floor.
I don't think there was a foul called, though. Just a lot of contact between the two.
That is a heavy fall to take. 2 big men.
They're calling, I think they're calling the contact incidental. Don't know if they're going to be discussing things after that mid-air collision.
I think they are.
We'll see after this discussion. Yeah, stick with the Tuatara. But good break for the Hawks there as well. They get a chance to set up their press defense, get things set there, and possibly put on a little bit more pressure.
Schneider. Jared Kenny. Let's face some of the best point guards in the world is Jared Kenny at the international level. Now there's a switch. Chris Johnson has Kenny. Snyder Schneider just finding this big man cutting, and it's Rob Lowe just rolling in a little baby hook. Worked well.
Just taking turns offensively, depending on the matchup. Rob Lowe, huge down the stretch.
Kenny's fouled on the drive. Clock stops. And there's the 15th foul for the Tuatara.
And the last thing the Tuatara want to do is foul, stop the clock, let things keep running. A made layup is less damaging than free throw attempts in the set defense.
Nuggets and Giants next. What a matchup that game will be. Nuggets and the Giants, 2nd and 5th respectively on the ladder. 1st and 3rd are the Tuatara and the Hawks respectively on the ladder. The Hawks are going to fall to 5 and 3 if the scoreline stays relatively the same. The Tuatara will improve to 6 and 1. Nuggets right behind them. They'll need to keep pace with a win tonight. Now some Giants will look to leapfrog the Rams and the Hawks.
Siler Schneider just 2 assists shy of that triple-double. He might have a shot.
Double teamed on Russo Nance. Manages to break it. Schneider almost had an assist. Does he have the assist? Doesn't have the assist. But Chris Johnson with the offensive rebound. Rob Lowe for 3. And then Taki Farrence, and that is a ticky-tacky foul.
That's excellent wordplay there, and not the foul Taki Farrenson was looking for. 90 feet from the basket, stopping the clock, giving the Hawks a chance to get some buckets on. It would appear that it is a bit late to make a final run, but stranger things have happened.
I'd love to see some stranger things happen here. See what they can do. Jared Kenny at the Resine line to shoot a foul shot. Made the first, get the second, force a turnover.
It has happened before, and it will happen again.
Get Ethan Rusbatch going from 3. I think the poise of the Tuatara will prevail with 90 seconds to go. Schneider trying to break this trap.
Oh, trapping opportunity there. Good pass. Farrenson, and now just dribble things around until you get a good look.
And then the mismatch with Johnson. And then Russo Nance calls game.
The assist for Chris Johnson out of the double. The scrambling Hawks. Desperate there, creating that opportunity.
A flip pass out the back from Jared Kenny. Ethan Rusbatch left it at Daron Odokawa's feet. But it doesn't matter because he can hit a 3.
He has had some fine form when he's been shooting the ball. 5 for 7 from the three-point line now.
And then the offensive foul. Chris Johnson just barrels into Ethan Rusbatch, who was messing around, playing with his food at midcourt.
Well, got to admire the lack of quit in the Hawks. They're still fighting with it. 51 seconds.
I just said Dante Russo Nance called game.
You did.
And now the Hawks have it back.
I mean, it's still pretty much called game.
I know, but still,
But it's
I
not
did want to see some stranger
pretty
things
much.
happen.
You did.
So I can't have it both ways.
You can't, why not? Have your cake and eat it too.
Oh, preach. So we clean up where the player fell and just gives Hawks a breather here.
Yeah, chance to set things up. Kurokawa up to 19 points, now leading scorer for the Hawks on 7 for 11 shooting. What might have been had he been able to play during that foul-plagued first half.
Here's Hiram Harris. Doesn't quite have the offensive input in this game, and there's no Ethan Rusbatch bang play for me tonight, unfortunately.
No love for the Rusbatch jumpers.
0 for 8. Siler Schneider. Can't seem to think that Ethan Rusbatch has had, in recent memory, an 0 for 8 game from 3.
Seems unlikely.
He's had a horror show from deep. 3 for 13 in his 32 minutes. Taki Farrenson manages to save it, but it's going to Daron Odokawa. We need a bucket quickly, and Rob Lowe flops.
Oh, what a block! Did they count that one?
Did it come off the glass or was it on the way down? Either way, Chris Johnson gets it.
I don't think it was off the glass yet. Don't think it was on the way down either. I thought that was a tremendous block,
So,
but
yeah,
goes against him.
we don't have the angle.
No. Well, most importantly, we don't have the whistles.
Tuatara ball. Stick with us. Big game coming up. Nuggets Giants. A Saturday doubleheader. Tuatara too good in the fourth quarter here. 26-16. They went on a 19-2 run to start this. Boston Celtics kind of run.
Well, those jerseys do look pretty green on this angle, depending on what the color scheme is on the TV.
And then Jared Kenny picks that up on Rob Lowe.
Jared Kenny will never miss an opportunity to take a hard, powerful swipe at you late in the game.
And his fellow tall black teammate.
Quite a few of those late team fouls that have brought my ire.
I'm sure Rob Lowe's tagged Jared Kenny cutting through the lane plenty of times.
Well, the difference being, normally I would think if it happens from JK, that he's doing it pretty purposefully. Rob Lowe occasionally just gets you without thinking about it.
It does look like that sometimes with Rob.
Less so now as he has matured into his body, but once upon a time he was all elbows and knees.
Yeah. Like a newly born giraffe.
Pretty much, but now that newborn giraffe is dropping triples on the reg and averaging 5 assists per game. Not the best offensive game today, still sitting at, on this make, 18 points to go along with 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block.
Turnaround for Rob Lowe really came when he was just buried on the bench for the Breakers. They just, for whatever reason, didn't want any of Rob Lowe, and it just seemed like a real waste of talent to have him. And then he went and played for the Tall Blacks and tore it up for the Tall Blacks in the Asian qualifying tournament. And then since then, Rob Lowe just looks like he's just a different player.
He really does. Found that confidence, found a little bit of energy, and what a grind that season must have been. But every time I talk to him, he's just so happy to be over here playing again. Just loves the opportunity.
Not long for your career as the time winds down. And the Tuatara can't crack a hundy. They get 99 on the Hawks. They'll answer with 88 of their own. And that'll be the last time these two teams meet until perhaps the postseason. And I wouldn't be surprised if these two teams are fighting it out for the final in the Sal's NBL in August.
Well, it's certainly two of the more talented teams out there, very evenly matched despite their differing styles. The perimeter strength of the Hawks succumbed